Magenta Pixie is with me here on Common Ground at 100.7 WZLX. Her YouTube channel is Magenta Pixie 2012. I just want to confirm that stay away from the doom and gloom message. It's just like Petra said, it just don't even give it any focus. And, we're in a world where people are certainly, it's obvious, we're working to understand that we are collective and we all work together and we're all one. And I wanted to address how the internet, in my opinion, is a direct reflection of our positive progress in that area because of how it has connected us globally. I think that it's a sign of success as humans have moved forward. And I know you have a similar perspective about that, and I wanted you to share that.
Well, my perspective is exactly the same. I mean, as you've just explained, that's exactly how I see it, that the internet is a direct reflection of our consciousness in the everyday world rather than the cyber world. It is a reflection of that. And if you want to go and find low vibratory websites that speak of, fear and anger and doom and gloom, you'll find them.
Yeah.
If you want to go out there and connect with people of a loving disposition who are, vibrating in a higher energy frequency, people who are living and thinking consciously within a fifth dimensional frequency, those people are there. Those people are there, and there are lots of them. And you can choose how you use the internet, and that is a direct reflection of what's happening in our real world, because that's exactly what's happening in our life as well. Mm-hmm. We can choose what kind of people we mix with and what kind of experiences we have. And that's not to say that we forget about all the negative things that are happening. People are out there starving and they have no food, and, there are people living lives that are sad, and there's a lot of people out there who need help, and wars going on, and I'm personally affected by that. I have a son in the British Army who's been posted to Afghanistan once for 6 months, and he'll be going back again. Well, I hope he doesn't have to go, but it looks like he will again next year. So we don't ignore those things. We don't just sort of sail above them. A lot of people think that people who talk like me have this kind of new age philosophy where we're floating on a cloud of love and we're ignoring the things that need looking at. That's absolutely not true. But we work on them with our consciousness. You can't all go out and fly out and become a missionary and actually do the physical work. There are people doing that, and that's wonderful. But we can do that with our consciousness as well. Get together, come together as a collective, talk about these issues, and create them and change them. Because when you put something out with your consciousness, it collects in the super consciousness, the super mind, the planetary grid of light, whichever word you want to call it. And as your consciousness puts that out, it remains there, and it's available for anyone to access. I think this is called the 100th monkey effect, actually, if you want to research that. That's what I'm talking about. We can make major changes using the 100th monkey effect. I know it's not something that's proven, but my source, my guides, the 9, tell me that that is the way that this is done, the 100th monkey effect. So we can use that. And therefore, a lot of people, just one person can say, well, how can I make a change? I'm just one person. How am I really making a change? Well, yes, you can make a change. Definitely, by your consciousness, by meditation, by working on yourself, by becoming the person that you want to see. If you want a savior to come along and save you, then make that savior you, because that's the only savior you'll get. It's you. And as we join together as a collective, more and more of us, we are making that change. It's happening now. I know there are people out there that don't see that, but there are people out there that do see it, and they are part of it. And if you want to be part of it, you only have to ask, access that collective consciousness, take what's there, and you will move into that place as well. It's there for everybody.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, and you agree, is that it's so fun to watch it develop, because I've been paying attention most of my life. And, I imagine that you probably have a similar experience. I felt for many years that my understanding of things was unique, and I didn't know anybody else around me that I could even talk to about any of this.
Yeah.
And I've continued to learn and learn and learn and learn, as I've gotten older, and now over the last several years, because of the internet, that allowed me to connect with other people like we're doing right now. And I need to take a short break, but before I do that, again, I'm talking with Petra, and she has a fabulous YouTube channel, which is Magenta Pixie 2012, Megenta Pixie 2012. And we're also talking about some other social networks, which we're going to get into in more depth the second half of the interview. My name is Kimberley, and this is Common Ground. You can reach me via email. My email address is commonground@wzlx.com. And also want to remind you to go to wzlx.com, look for the podcast button on the homepage, and you'll find the Common Ground page, which gives all the website information and access to the archives of these interviews. I'll be back shortly right here on 100.7 WZLX.